Imagine waking up and discovering an entire continent is tearing itself apart. Not metaphorically, literally. Right now, beneath the feet of millions of people, Africa is splitting open, and scientists say it could create a brand new ocean. But here's the strange part. This isn't science fiction. It already started. In 2005, a massive crack ripped through Ethiopia, 60 kilometers long, and it happened in just 10 days. Roads split apart. Entire landscapes shifted. People stared at the ground beneath them like the planet itself had turned against them. At first, many thought it was an earthquake. Others believed it was something worse. But the truth was far more terrifying. Africa was breaking apart from the inside. And this is where it gets weird. Deep below the surface, the Earth is constantly moving. Huge slabs of rock, called tectonic plates, drift slowly across the planet like giant puzzle pieces. Most of the time, we never notice. But in East Africa, those plates are pulling away from each other right now, millimeter by millimeter, year after year, quietly tearing a continent in half. The region is called the East African Rift, and for decades, scientists knew it existed. But almost nobody expected to actually witness it happening in real time. Then the cracks appeared, not just in Ethiopia, but across Kenya and other parts of East Africa too. Highways fractured overnight. Massive canyons opened where solid ground used to be. What happens next changes everything. Because this isn't just a crack in the ground. It's the birth of a new ocean. The African tectonic plate is splitting into two smaller plates, the Nubian plate and the Somali plate. As they continue drifting apart, the land between them sinks deeper and deeper. Eventually, water from the Red Sea and the Indian Ocean could rush in, flooding the entire Rift Valley. One day, East Africa may separate completely, turning parts of Ethiopia, Somalia, and Kenya into a giant island floating in a new sea. But that's not even the craziest part. Scientists believe this process is revealing how continents themselves are born and destroyed. The same forces that once split South America from Africa millions of years ago are happening again, right in front of us. In other words, we're witnessing the exact mechanism that reshaped Earth's surface throughout history. And for geologists, this is like watching a planet rewrite itself live. But here's the twist nobody expected. The dramatic cracks people see on the surface aren't actually the main event. They're just symptoms. The real action is happening far underground, where molten rock rises upward from Earth's mantle, weakening the crust from below. In some areas, the ground is literally being stretched thinner and thinner like warm plastic. That hidden pressure triggers earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and sudden land collapses. And scientists now think the process could accelerate unpredictably in certain regions. That changes the entire story. Because for the millions living near the rift, this isn't some distant future problem. Roads are already buckling. Buildings are becoming unstable. Entire communities face the threat of stronger earthquakes and expanding fractures beneath their homes. Imagine seeing a crack outside your house one morning, then realizing it's slowly getting wider every year. And this is where things become unsettling. Africa won't split apart tomorrow. Experts estimate the final separation could take around 10 million years. That sounds impossibly far away. But in geological terms, it's happening fast. Faster than many scientists ever predicted. The Earth beneath Africa is transforming right now, even if human eyes can barely detect it day by day. One day, maps of the world could look completely different. New coastlines, new oceans, entire countries reshaped forever. The planet we think is permanent is actually changing all the time beneath our feet. And if a continent can break apart while humanity watches, what else is happening on Earth right now that we still don't fully understand?